Hello and welcome to Vigas Mitra channel. I am Harikumar with Insights. On April 26, Indian billionaire and infrastructure investor Gautam Adani became the fifth richest person in the world according to a list of billionaires prepared by Forbes. That was a momentous day for Indian business and industry. Remember, in 1990s, there were only two Indians in the list of billionaires prepared by Forbes. And now, Gautam Adani replaced the US investment guru and billionaire Warren Buffett to become the fifth richest person on the globe. Now, there are two Indians among the 10 rich people in the list prepared by Forbes. That is Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani. So India has come a long way from two people in the Forbes list of 200 billionaires to two among the top 10 richest. What made it possible for Gautam Adani to become one of the richest people on the globe? This is a question worth pondering at a time when India is poised to become one of the largest economies in the world, and Indian billionaires are among the top and the richest industrialists in the on the globe. Adani started his career as a diamond merchant, like many of his compatriots. That was in 1980s. But he soon realized that diamond trade was not his cup of tea, and he changed over to plastic industry. There also he was not a great success. A real breakthrough came in 1988 when he founded Adani Exports, which has now become Adani Enterprises, the flagship company of Adani Group. So, after 1988, Adani invested hugely in the infrastructure sector, and that made him one of the richest people in the world at present. There are many opinions for and against Adani. Many people, or mostly his critics, say his close links with the political establishment has helped him to grow by leaps and bounds. Adani came into limelight for the first time in 2003 when he was one of the major industrialists who helped Narendra Modi to organize Vibrant Gujarat Summit successfully. Remember, at that time, Narendra Modi was under the shadows of 2002 Gujarat riots. So, as the Chief Minister, then on, after the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, Narendra Modi got wide recognition as a pro-business political leader in India, and of course, Adani got identified with Modi from then on. And afterwards, he had also landed into controversies. For example, in 2010, when he took over coal mines in Australia, there were huge protests, and environmental groups from all over the world had criticized him. Environmental activists like the climate activist Greta Thunberg had also criticized him. So he had his fair share of criticisms also during his meteoric rise. Adani Group grew by leaps and bounds after Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014. At present, Adani Group is well diversified into various infrastructure sectors like managing and developing ports and airports, energy sector, logistics, defense and technologies. You name it, and the company with the group is there. At present, Adani Group controls 13 ports on the west and the east coast of India. They include right from the northwest Mundra port to along Gujarat coast to Hazira port, another port along Gujarat coast, the Mormugao port in Goa, then the new port of Vizhinjam is being developed by Adani, and on the eastern side they have got the Krishnapatnam port, the Ennur terminal near Chennai, and outside India, the second terminal, the western terminal of Colombo port is being developed by Adani Group. And at Yangon, the capital of Myanmar, Adani is developing a container terminal. And most importantly, Adani had expressed interest in managing the first phase of Chabar port in Iran, which is being jointly developed by Iran and India. So the group actually controls, and rightly Adani could be named as the king of Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Along with ports, Adani Group also controls almost 7 major airports in India, which include Thiruvananthapuram International Airport and Mangalore International Airport. And when it comes to coal handling, the Adani Group is the biggest coal handler and coal contractor in India. The group has presence in alternative energy also and is considered to be the largest producer of solar energy in India. It has also entered into defense technologies, the logistics, and even data management. So now the group is well diversified, and their interest is not confined in India and is spread across many countries, and the group, Adani Group, is now really a conglomerate. So after Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, it is true that the group grew by leaps and bounds. One of the announced or declared aims of the group is to grow along with India. And in one of his interviews with Bloomberg, Gautam Adani said he wanted to ensure energy sufficiency, energy security of India, as well as provide jobs to local people. Growth. In 2021, the group grew by 261%. And it is said that Adani added wealth of over 56 billion US dollars during the period. In February 2022, he replaced Mukesh Ambani as the richest Indian as well as the richest Asian. So there is no looking back for Gautam Adani. So he has invested in major infrastructure sectors in the world, and though the critics say that it is his political liaison or closeness with the power centers in India that has led to the speedy growth of the group, it should be recognized that Adani has invested in areas where people were reluctant, and in some of the areas he invested, many investors had their fingers burned, but Adani had the goals to invest in those areas. So this could be one of his business acumen, as well as his ability to take a risk could be one of the major factors, two of the major factors that led to his growth. Then there is another aspect. Though Adani Group had been accused that they were getting some benefits from the government, there were even accusations that the government changed some of the conditions to enable them to participate in tenders for airports. The group says that they took part in the competition and won it in a fair way. And another factor which needs to be taken into account is that Adani Group has entered into strategic alliances with some of the major groups in the world, which might have helped them to grow, combined with their expertise in the local market and their implementation skills, and of course, their ability to liaison with the power centers in India. So their alliances with companies like Total Group of France or Elbit Systems of Israel or Wilmar Group based in Singapore all has contributed to their success. So simply it could not be said that the group is just because of the patronage of somebody, the group has grown by leaps and bounds. Now, what will be the future of the group? Some of the critics say, since Adani Group's growth is closely linked with the growth story of India, any impediment to India growth story will affect Adani Group negatively. There could be some logic in that argument. But however, since almost all of the rating agencies and financial institutions like IMF and World Bank expects India to grow very fast, like over 8% in the coming years, definitely Adani Group is going to get the benefits of India growth. And we need to remember that Adani has become so huge and well diversified and well spread that it may not be easy for tremors to damage the group now, because he is now among the top 5 billionaires in the world. There are again criticisms that the group has got huge liabilities to the tune of, say, around 23 billion US dollars. But at the same time, there are people who also point out that the loans of the group are long term, and since India is now in a fast developing stage, it will be easy for the group to manage the gains. Now, the future of the group depends on its ability to integrate technologies. Indian companies are not well known for integrating technologies, and most of them are traditionally run and are averse to risks. But if Adani takes initiative to bring in innovations as well as introduce new technologies, and the group is into areas like drones and alternative energy, so there is a chance that in the coming years the Adani success story will continue. So staying at the top is more difficult than rising to the top. Well, we hope that Adani will continue his growth story, and India will also benefit from the growth of this tycoon. That is for now. Meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye. Namaskaram.